Good afternoon. We're going to talk about miracles today, miracles that I have personally have been involved in my lifetime that changed my life. Stupid mosquitoes are out here, little bitty ones, you don't hardly see them. So I was a younger fella, much younger, probably 8, 9, 10, 110, 8, 9, somewhere around there. We're making a trip. Me and some family members, me and my grandparents and my uncle and one of his buddies. We were making a trip from up Tennessee down to Florida. We're, let's see what time. Anyway, it was fall of the year. We're headed down there. We get to Montgomery, Alabama. And we could pull into the S&S Cafe there in the end of the mall. Used to be, the mall's still there, as far as I know. It was 6, 8 months ago when I went by. And I say that, they got a bypass now. But we pull into the S&S cafeteria, and I am tickled to death because we've been on the road about 8 hours. But I know that them 3 little metal rails that you slide your tray down to ask for your food, and they hand you the food, and you get to the end of that line, there's going to be little bowls of pudding or little squares of Jell-O. And I'm tickled to death because I get to pick one, and it is such a treat. Anyway, we get done eating. We pile back up in the car. We got another 3 or 4 hours to go to get to Florida. We leave out of Montgomery, and it's Granddaddy driving. Grandma's in the passenger seat. My uncle's in the back seat behind her, and his buddy's behind Granddaddy. I don't remember his buddy's name. But anyway, so we take out. And normally we would go from Montgomery down to Dothan, Bainbridge, boom, on into Florida. Not this trip. Granddaddy said, you know what? We're going to go down here. We're going to hang a left on whatever that road is, and it shoots towards Georgia. It's towards Eufaula, Alabama, and the lake right over there. Whatever, Granddaddy, you driving. You know best. We take out, and it's dark. Now it's dark. We just got done eating at dark. Got it back in the car. We're running down the highway, and it's a Ford, 1976 Ford LTD, white with blue interior. It's got an 8-foot hood on it. It's got 8-foot doors on it because it's a 2-door model. When you open up that door, you look across there, it's almost like an 8-foot seat. And they're naugahyde or whatever they are, but Grandma's got armor all on them bad boys, and they're slick. Because if she come pick your butt up from school and you sat in the back seat and she whipped around the corner because she only knew go and stop. And it was whoom or and it was around the corner, same way. Don't slow down. You just whip around that sucker. Bam, sliding across the back seat. Not tonight, Granddaddy's driving. Anyway, we're headed to Eufaula, Alabama. We're tearing through there. It's foggy. Granddaddy's probably smoking over there. You know, he got the window cracked. I'm laying down in the front seat. No seat belt because this is the late 70s, 1970s for you people that aren't as old as I am. We're zipping through down there. It's foggy. Got the lights on, you know, can't see nothing. Granddaddy's watching the road. I'm about good asleep. My uncle, he's crashed out because him and his buddy probably toasted a fatty back there in the bathroom at the S&S cafeteria, which is nothing I knew about for many years yet. So they're out. I'm out. Granddaddy's driving. We're going along there. All of a sudden, Grandma starts screaming, "Look out, Jimmy!" Boom! We hit 2 full-grown cows and killed them graveyard dead right there on that highway. One of them, boom, he is knocked over a mailbox. The other one is on the center line. They're dead. They're done. Now we've come to a stop. Grandma had pinned me down. I was trying to get up. She put the iron arm down on me. That was part of the miracle right there. Probably wasn't just her skinny little old arm holding me down. Anyway, now she's screaming, "I can't get the door open." Well, my uncle's awake now. He kicks that door. Boom, it bounces open, comes back, hits his boot. We roll out of that sucker like circus clowns. All of a sudden, we're like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Now that 8-foot hood is now 3 foot long, and it looks like a stock chart. Pow! It is done. Steam coming out. I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world has happened here? And I look, and it's right in front of these folks' old shack. I'm looking in the shack over there, and they got kerosene lanterns sitting on a table. I can see them, and they got a fireplace in there, and I can see the fire. because the door's open now because they done heard us kill these cows in their front yard. They don't even know yet that their mailbox is knocked down. And they come out, and as a child, my grandmother had fed us every casserole, save your money, stretch your budget dish known to man. But the one thing that I was not aware of, if she had fed it to us, was this old boy was fixing to come out of here and he was going to go, I'll trade you a bottle of wine for the tongue. Did he just say he was going to trade us a bottle of wine for the tongue of this cow? I was unaware people ate cow tongue at that time. Like I said, I was 8 or 9. And if grandma had fed me any cow tongue, she had the good sense to tell me it was chicken strips or something else. Which I hear is delicious. I've worked with a guy, and he said his mom makes cow tongue tacos, and they're amazing, and I'm sure they are. I'd like to try some, but I haven't got around to it yet. Anyway, so they come out. I'm freaked out about that. We got these free-range cows out here running the roads. What had happened, a guy was trying to warn us that there were cows in the road, and he's coming down the road. He had an old Chevy Blazer, and he's got the lights on the top, the big KCs, and on the front bumper, and he's got every one of them on trying to warn us that there's cows in the road. But we didn't see any of that because Granddad didn't see none of that because he's blinded by the light coming at him. And so we get situated there. Y'all got a phone in there? Nope. Old boy says he ain't got no phone, but he got a way to cook cow tongue apparently. No, the house up around there, past the gate up there's got a phone. All right, so now me and Granddaddy got to walk up there. And I don't know why I got to walk up there. I guess because if you walk up to somebody's house and 8, 9 o'clock at night in the pitch dark with fog everywhere, if you got a little kid with you, I guess it doesn't look as suspect as if you just go walking up there without a little kid. I don't know. I'm scared to death. We still walking through the fog, and I can hear other cows over in the field out here because they're wondering what happened to Elsie and, you know, the other one. Well, they gone. But we finally get to the man's house. Granddad tells him, yeah, we hit a couple cows out here, car's tore up, everybody's all right. He's like, oh, thank goodness nobody was hurt. Exactly. Nobody was hurt. Miracle. Miracle. Calls the highway patrol. Highway patrol comes out. Highway patrol says, well, Mr. Craven, you slid 156 feet right up to the point of impact. I can, in my mind these days, I can see Granddaddy sitting there smoking a cigarette on the side of that highway in the darkness, thinking to himself, 156 feet. Doing that old cigarette thing where you put it in there, you know, and you hold it with your teeth and flick it up and down. Anyway, we load up with the highway patrol. Highway patrol takes us on into the hotel up there at Eufaula. We get there, we're hanging out, we're waiting on my aunt to come pick us up. Like 3 hours we're waiting. I've roamed around the whole hotel. I've done everything else. Everybody else is tired and worn out. I'm wound up. We've done killed a couple free-range cows here. People are eating cow tongue. It's wild down here in LA. I'm out here on walking on a guardrail. The guardrail out the far side of this parking lot. I'm walking on down it like I'm on a high wire act. I got it going on. I'm going back and forth on it, back and forth for an hour. Finally, my aunt shows up with my 2 cousins. We all pile in there. Boom, now there's 8 of us in the car. Whew. We head south. Everything all done. We're good. We get there. Everybody's fine. Hot dog. We get done with that. They straighten the, did I tell you they straightened that frame out on that car? I don't think I did. They salvaged that freaking car, straightened the frame out on it. And the next summer, it's about 2 months now before they got the car back. But the next summer, that same uncle from the back seat got a ticket doing 120 miles an hour on the interstate coming home from the lake one day. But, and then that same uncle, 20, 30 years later, I'm down there hunting with him. We're down there hunting in South Alabama. And we go to town to get some more provisions for drinks and food and all that. I'm looking around. We get to this. They had a restaurant there. We stopped in to eat at the restaurant. This motel, the same motel. Looking around, I'm like, dude, we've been here. We were here the night we killed the cows. He's like, I'll be darned if you ain't right. This is where we come from right after we killed them cows, sure enough. I walk out to that guardrail that's right out there at the edge of the parking lot, and I look down. And I was amazed to see that straight down from that guardrail at an angle like this, whoo, like a 60-degree angle or something, big white boulder rocks all the way down to the water, the Lake Eufaula. The bridge right over yonder, shoo, goes right on straight across the lake, which we'd have went across faster if we hadn't stopped to kill cows. But I was like, oh my goodness. Second miracle number 2 that night, within a 2 or 3 hour span. Could have been gone. If I'd have fell off down them rocks, they'd have never found me. Not in the middle of the night with all that fog. Whew. Anyway, think back. You may have been involved in a miracle too. I know I sure have. And we'll talk about some more miracles that I've lived through, and well, the Lord's carried me through, because it ain't been me. It's purely been his grace, and I thank him every day. Y'all have a good night. Love ya.